Good evening, everyone. Today is my first video about my presentation, and I'm really excited to introduce you about my presentation skills. So, and you might be wondering why I'm doing presentation, even though it's not there yet, even though it's no more there. Well, that's a good question. Let me explain why. Firstly, doing presentation is awesome, and I will get to that through my history. It helps you communicate many people as you can. It makes your English good, like how in my case it also worked. But I would also admit there were some things I would also find tough when it comes to presentation. Like yes, when you're in a crowd like a bunch of people and you feel like, eh, so many people, how come? But actually, it's normal. It happens to anyone. Even the bravest of people I know can also have this. So this is my first video about presentation. So this is just an introduction, firstly. After this is, and I'm only making one video for one day. So this is only just an introduction. After this, I'll get through any topic I can cover. Basically, what I know, like history, a little bit about countries, about cars, anything. Some things that I'm familiar with. So this is my grand introduction. I really am excited. So let me tell you about my story of how I became a presentation genius. So let's flash back to 2023, like around the early days of 2023. Back then, I used to meet Sunday, and during Sunday, I met a best friend named Lakshan. He's a nice guy. He's a very friendly person. And one day, we had an idea. Why not we try to do presentation? And I was like, sure, okay, I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna give up. So the first presentation, which I'm sure some of you guys might have seen or not, but if you did, it was my BMW presentation. So in that presentation, I talked about BMW, its history, what other what car models they made, and as well all the other stuff. And back then, Lakshan was the cameraman. Like he used to use his camera to film whatever I was speaking. And there was another guy, there's an Algerian person named Tarek. He used to also teach me also some of the tricks as well. I'm not saying Tarek, don't think like that. So, but anyways, that's what I would say brought me to presentation. This was like the earliest presentation I've ever did, and sometime later I've done it, but it was not so common after that. Until like December 2023. Okay, that's when I came back full time as a full time student. I thought, that, you know what? Let's. I think Miss Karen, she gave me a very good idea that why not you try doing presentation? Honestly, I wasn't so good at presentation, but I figured go ahead, try it. And back then we used to just do with Photoshop, not Photoshop, PowerPoint. This was our first. This is the first thing I can remember. PowerPoint was the first thing I ever did for presentation before Canva. And only in 2024 was when I fully took up in presentation because the whole of last year I just been doing presentation from like every day, like from 1 o'clock to two till two. Back then I used to be downstairs, so we used to go upstairs usually after lunch, like around by 12. Normally lunch would finish, start, and then I would finish, and then after that I'd just be upstairs because obviously presentation. And during presentation class and my early days, I know I was a bit timid, but I was also not shy. I was pretty much strong. I didn't even want to give up, to be honest. So that's the thing. I didn't want to like become very small. Yeah, I wanted to expand it. And, you know, at first I would still admit it was also a little bit of a difficulty. Even I also used to get annoyed about this presentation stuff. But as the years go on, I realized something. I speak very good English. Like, yeah, in there are some mistakes I make also, but it's still okay. I did a very good job. Plus, it also made me interact with many people from around the world, whoever I met. I mean, it's good. It's very good actually to like do presentation. Then the last time I did my presentation was, um, I guess around June or July. I think around these. 2 months. This was my last time I ever did presentation. After that, it was a 2 weekend holiday. I was in Singapore for the whole day. I didn't come back, so I mean, I didn't do presentation that long. But I think when I came back, I was like very different. I feel very different for sure. That's like how much I communicate, and that's the thing about me. I have this advantage of like being communicated, and that's the gist of what we can get. So yeah, that's what I want to explain in my video. And I'm really thankful that I came such a long way. Like, honestly, if it weren't for Lakshan, if it weren't for that friend of mine, Tarek also, and of course, like, who's hearing this stuff, and if you're watching this, I'm really thankful that where I am today, where I'm speaking that much is because of you guys. So, thank you so much. It's been fun also. We had a fun time. Thank you. Bye.